Edward J. Goggin, or as I refer to him as Uncle Bud, served in the U.S. military in World War II. Rarely does he talk about his experiences at war, but today he has agreed to do an interview with me. Here is that interview.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
What is that, a jellyfish there?
When were you born, and where?
I was born in Dorchester, Mass. March 13th, 1922.
Who were your parents and siblings?
My mother's name was Mary, her maiden name was Rooney, and my father's name was Edward Goggin. I have the same name.
So you grew up in Dorchester?
I grew up in Dorchester until in 1936 we moved up to New Hampshire, and we lived up there for about 3 years, and I really loved it up there. And I've never gotten the country out of my system, actually.
Oh, yeah. Did you have a job when you were a teenager?
Well, when I was a kid up in New Hampshire, I worked for farmers when they would need an extra day's help for the day. We'd get like $1 a day for 8 or 10 hours. And needless to say, I used to hate to have them come and ask if I could work the next day. But I never refused them.
Yeah. So, do you remember how old you were when you were enlisted?
I was 21, I think, yeah.
Did you discuss your decision to enlist with your parents?
No, they expected it, I guess. In our family, everything went along very smoothly to begin with.
Which branch of the military?
I went into the Signal Corps. It's named after the old-time way of making signals with flag signals. As soon as I finished basic training, they told me to pack up and that I was leaving the next morning. I didn't know where. From there, I went to Camp Crowder in Missouri, and then from there, I went overseas and first went to Oahu. I had a lot of time at sea. I spent a total of 90 days at sea. We ended up in Okinawa. We were there at D-Day. The night before, the kamikazes hit the ship next to us, and our guys shot a kamikaze down.
What were your duties?
Staying alive mostly, surviving, I would say.
During combat, how did you feel when witnessing any casualties or destruction?
It seems to me, I don't know how other people felt, but I had a few very narrow escapes and was lucky to survive. But it just seemed like, that was part of the day.
How did you stay in touch with family and friends?
Well, I would write. I was always a letter writer, so I wrote back to the folks, and I wrote back to Grace. That's my wife.
Where were you when the war ended?
I was in Korea, and a friend of mine had access to some of the returning ships, and he said, "You're going home on the Marine Flasher." I think it took us about 2 weeks to get back.
How has your military service impacted your feelings about the war and the military in general?
Well, I think they're senseless in a way. I mean, you destroy a country, and then as soon as the war's over, you start to rebuild it again.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make much sense to me. A lot of senseless violence. There's bound to be differences with people. I mean, just get along. Okay.
All right. Well, I think we're all set.
That's it.